I was born in Saigon, and my dad was a colonel in the South Vietnamese Army. And my mom was one of the assisting physicians to President Thieu's family. I had 5 sisters and 1 brother. When the communists took over Saigon in April of 1975, my dad was taken away into a camp pretty much. And I did not see him again for 10 years. My mom still had her job as a doctor in a hospital. The country pretty much owned the banking system just got disrupted, right? So my mom having to work 2 jobs to take care of all of us. That was a tough time for all of us. It was easier for me in a way that, when you're a kid, it's, you don't take anything too seriously. You're a lot more resilient. You get over it very quick. So my dad was released 10 years later, and he came home broken. Right? It changed him a lot. The father that I knew when I was 6 years old, before he was taken away, and when he came back, not the same person. It took a while for us to actually getting to know each other again, and in a way that relationship could never be the same. And then a couple of years after that, our family came to the United States. We came to live in Maryland. I always wonder, in terms of when you go to a completely different country, what's the best way of just immerse into all this newness. I walked myself up to the social services for the state of Maryland, and I said in broken English that I want to volunteer. So I was given any job that was available. I helped the refugees that came to social services to fill out forms, to make appointments, get social security cards, walk them through the processes. I learned the language. I think that was a huge help for me when I applied for college. I started my education in University of Maryland for an engineering degree. I always liked math. I'm nerdy that way. I also double major in physics as well. I love physics. After I got a bachelor degree at University of Maryland, I got a full scholarship to the master program for electrical engineering at University of Southern California. So I went whoosh over to the West Coast. When I came back and worked for here at Dahlgren, I also got my master's degree at Naval College as well. What happened in Vietnam and what happened to me personally, and I'm sure for the rest of the Vietnamese as well, is an important message that sometimes we take peace for granted. When we look at our children, and I look at my children today, right, every day, the ability to see them to go off to school and see them come home safe, that's very important. And for them, knowing that always have your parents there. Some people are being thrust into that change, and the dreams are being taken away from them. Working at Dahlgren, doing what we do, we contribute to keeping that stability. And I think that, that is my biggest motivation of working here at Dahlgren, because we are a big part of it. We're always changing. We never stay the same. So we learn the key is being agile. Sometimes the situation is really bad, and it's not going to do you any good to say, oh, this is not as bad as you think. It is bad, right? The situation is bad, and you recognize it, but you will come out of it a better person. How can we be more helpful to others around us? How can we be a better asset to our organization? Have that positive mental attitude, I think, is something that I would like everybody, to embrace, because that's how we make this world a better world.